Good morning. We're preparing to make tamales. I got two roast here. Pork shoulder blade roast. You could use a pork butt roast. Usually you could just get whatever's cheaper. This was 99 cents a pound. It was the cheapest one at the time. So we got two roasts, 13 pounds each. I'm going to be boiling it and for about 2 to 3 hours and get the meat nice and tender and soft where it pulls apart. Okay, now I have the roast in the stock pot covered with water. Put about a half a teaspoon of oregano and some sea salt to give it a little aroma while it's cooking. The smell in the kitchen is more pleasant when you put the salt and some oregano. The other seasoning will come later. I'm going to simmer it now for 3 to 4 hours. Got the roast in 2 different pots. We actually could use one bigger pot. This one here is a 12 quart. Probably should move up to a 16 quart. This is the basic seasoning for the tamales. I have some sea salt, a bulb of garlic, which I'll use all of it, and chili powder. The pork is done cooking. You want to cool it off so you could hand shred it. This is a broth that we'll be making the mole with. We'll use all the broth. Getting ready to make the mole. Put some olive oil. Coat the bottom of the pan with olive oil. Garlic. We're going to brown all this garlic with the chili powder. There's really no correct measurements I use. It's just a little trial and error and taste. Got the New England, that's a hot, or New Mexico, that's a hot chili powder. Pasella is a sweet. And the California is a mild. What I have here is some masa mixed with the broth. I'll mix it here in the bowl, then I'll put it in the masa, the mole mixture. So I'm mixing this masa with the broth, getting it, whipping it up, getting all the lumps out. So in this bowl here, I have about a cup of masa with some the pork broth, and I smoothened it out, and this is going to be used to thicken the mole. There's the mole here, thickening up. It's going to just about be ready to pour on the pork meat, and we'll be ready to fill the tamales. Okay, now we're in the spreading process. We have the prepared masa, and you put it on the husk. You spread it on out. This is called a tamale spreader. It's a lot easier than using a knife or a spoon. It makes the process a lot faster. Usually a couple swipes, and that's all it takes. Reload with masa. Put it on. And you're done. Okay, we're spreading the masa onto the husk using a putty knife for the first year. This is my new invention with the spreader.
That I seen on YouTube.
No, it wasn't a putty knife that I seen though. And this is a lot easier. And then it goes on the assembly line to Deborah, and she's filling it with the meat.
Lots of meat. And an olive in the middle. You fold it, bring the end, stack it, to be ready to bag. First we're going to steam a batch, and then we're going to freeze the rest.
The key to spreading, you don't want to go too thick because they don't taste as good when they're thick. It used to take us like about 2 minutes to apply the masa to the husk. And now it's 10 seconds or less. Okay, the hardest part of our tamale making is all over with. Now we're getting ready to cook them. We're going to steam them. Going into the steamer. Got a little water on the bottom. And we're going to cook them for about an hour. Steam them, then you know they're ready. You take one out and pull the husk away from the masa, and if it separates, then they're ready. Usually about an hour, hour 10. We made 16 dozen this year. 25 pounds of masa, 22 pounds of pork shoulder. You could use pork shoulder or pork butt. And we're getting ready to put a towel on top. This is optional.
What's your water content?
Good job. We'll be eating them shortly. Okay, the cooking is over now. We're going to pull the tamales out. Be careful, they are very hot. So we need to plate it. And you pull it out. Let it set. Let them set after you turn it off for a good 10 minutes or so. This way the masa sets. Okay, we have one plate that's already been setting. One tamale on a plate that's been setting. Let's get that one. That one's already been setting. See if it's ready. It should come right off the wrapper. It's okay if you get your hands a little dirty. Oh, she even tasted it. How is it?
Hot but good.
Be careful, they're hot. Very good. 16 dozen for the holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's.